They thought I was just another clueless newcomer. But when the HOA came banging on my door demanding I give up the lake, they didn't realize the entire dock system they relied on was legally mine. What happened next exposed years of hidden corruption, flipped the neighborhood power dynamic, and left them begging for forgiveness. Stick around till the end for the insane twist, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping real-life revenge stories that prove karma's not just real, it's ruthless. I had just moved into what was supposed to be my dream retirement property, 5 acres of pristine wooded land bordering a beautiful private lake, complete with a rundown boathouse, a crooked old dock, and more silence than I had heard in years. I'd bought the land after a long, brutal divorce and an even longer 25 years of corporate burnout. I didn't want neighbors, rules, or even reliable cell signal. But peace didn't last long. On the second day after moving in, still surrounded by half-unpacked boxes and furniture wrapped in plastic, a group of 5 smugly dressed HOA board members marched up my gravel driveway like they were on a mission from the White House. Leading them was a wiry, sharp-nosed woman named Carol, HOA president, self-declared guardian of neighborhood values. She didn't even knock. She banged on my front door with the authority of someone convinced she owned the world. "Mr. Ryder, we have a serious problem," she said, eyes narrowed. "You've built an unauthorized dock on the lake, which violates HOA rules. That dock needs to come down immediately." I blinked, confused. "What dock? That thing's older than the trees around it. It was here when I bought the property." She scoffed. "That doesn't matter. This lake is managed by the HOA. It's our property. Any dock needs board approval." I laughed. That's when her tone turned icy. "Refusal to comply may result in fines, legal action, or revocation of lake privileges." Something in me snapped. "Revocation of lake privileges?" I asked, deadpan. "I own this part of the lake." They didn't believe me. But that's the thing. I did. The property deed I'd acquired through a private sale had an ancient clause most modern buyers wouldn't even notice. It granted exclusive riparian rights to 600 feet of shoreline, plus all attached structures and submerged land. In plain English, not only was the boathouse and dock mine, but I legally owned the lakebed beneath all 6 HOA docks. That quiet lake their million-dollar homes surrounded. It was my pond, and they had no idea. Carol waved a glossy rule book in my face. "We have governing covenants, legal documents. Your ownership doesn't override our jurisdiction." I smiled. "You sure about that?" What followed was a weeks-long war of paperwork, threats, and petty retaliation. The HOA fined me $1,000 a day for non-compliance. They posted nasty notices on my fence. They even tried to sabotage my property taxes. But what they didn't know was that I'd spent the past 15 years as a corporate real estate litigator. My entire career had been suing over land use, water rights, zoning, and easements. And this time, I wasn't billing a client, I was the client. I dug through county records, found the original plat maps, contacted surveyors, even unearthed the handwritten 1943 lake charter in a dusty courthouse basement that legally dissolved the HOA's rights to the lake due to a missed renewal back in 1971. I had all the ammo I needed. But I wasn't done. Instead of just proving my rights, I went further. I filed cease and desist letters against the HOA for using my lakebed to anchor their docks. I demanded immediate removal of all HOA-maintained structures sitting on my land. And when they ignored it, I shut down access, literally. I hired a team to Install fencing in the water around my boundary, put up no trespassing signs, and even padlock their gangways overnight. The neighborhood erupted. The HOA was flooded with angry calls from residents who suddenly couldn't access their boats, jet skis, or summer parties. Carol tried to rally support, but when I mailed every resident a certified copy of my deed, highlighting their HOA's 50-year error, the mood flipped. Turns out, most of the residents hated the HOA's overreach but felt powerless. Now they had someone fighting back and legally in control. I offered them individual dock licenses for $1 per year, if they left the HOA. Over 80% of homeowners agreed within 2 weeks. The HOA was bleeding members, losing dues, and drowning in legal bills. Carol tried to take me to court, but the judge tossed it out, praising the thorough and irrefutable land documentation I provided. Her final move, she accused me of harassment for installing cameras on my dock. My counter, I played the footage showing her sneaking onto my property with bolt cutters. She was arrested for trespassing. Her mugshot made the local paper. The HOA was disbanded within a month. Carol moved out under a cloud of embarrassment and unpaid debts. The once powerful board members scattered like scared pigeons. Meanwhile, I restored the boathouse, turned the dock into a peaceful fishing spot, and started hosting weekend barbecues for the neighbors, my neighbors. No more rules. No more fines. Just community. I came here for peace. They brought war. But they didn't know I owned the battlefield, the weapons, and the damn lake itself. Subscribe now if you believe standing up to bullies, no matter how powerful they seem, always ends in justice.